Dining out continues to go up. A new poll is shedding light on Canadians' attitudes towards tipping. So 25% of Canadians surveyed by Lightspeed Commerce say they're tipping less. That was the highest number across all regions polled. And for more, I'm joined right now by CTV's Christina Tenaglia. Christina, so we have to start off with this. How good are Canadians at tipping?
Well, they don't want to be tipping is the challenge. I mean, Bakari, I feel like you're a good tipper. I feel like I've been out with you before and you tip quite well. And of course, when someone's providing you a service, they hope you tip them well. I mean, the money they make at the end of the night depends on how much you tip. But 25% of Canadians, according to this study, are tipping less. And there's a couple issues, including inflation, including the pressure where you're being asked to tip more. I mean, think about it. A few years ago, you didn't go to a pizza place and order a pizza and pick it up yourself from the counter and ask to tip. You only tipped when someone delivered it to your home. And according to some of the representatives behind this study, this really changed during COVID-19. So many people across the country were working from home. And in doing so, people gave an extra percentage in terms of their tips here and there to delivery drivers, food delivery service providers, people that were coming to you and providing a service and out there working when everyone else may have been at home. So let me share some other numbers. 67% of Canadians feel more pressure to tip. 53% say inflation is impacting their ability to tip. Of course, we know the latest inflation numbers today up slightly in May from April. And 34% of Canadians think tipping should be eliminated altogether. But more than half of the people surveyed say they would pay more for a meal if the tip was included. So what do you do? How much should you tip? We spoke to one of the experts at Lightspeed, and they're behind the survey, and got his thoughts.
I think the right amount to tip depends on the venue. Tipping at fine dining is going to be different than tipping a delivery driver or tipping at counter service locations. So I would say tipping is always appreciated. It goes to the staff of local restaurants that are striving to do right by their staff and striving to thrive in this economic environment. So, the advice to consumers would be there's never a wrong number or wrong amount to tip. So, tip what you're comfortable with and, tip what the service is reflective of.
And Bakari, 47% of Canadians, according to this study, so the majority in the study, prefer to tip 10 to 15%. And with the high cost of living, particularly in this city, you're being asked normally to tip at least 18%. I could tell you a few years ago, my sister, who at the time was a server in this city, said to me once, please don't ever tip a server 15%. That just isn't enough. And now on, the point of sale systems, you're being asked 18, 20, 25% you're being prompted. So I think this reflects the fact that 25% of Canadians are tipping less, a bit of, tipping fatigue that people are having, being asked to tip so much and then even being asked to tip more. I mean, 18, 20, 25%. Some of the options on those point of sale systems.
And then, Christina, when you get food delivered, the delivery fees have gone up as well.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's eating into the tip.
Yeah, well, but the delivery fees may not necessarily be going to the driver or the delivery service provider where, you hand them cash that goes in their pocket. I think everyone's feeling the crunch. I mean, you want to tip someone because, they provided a good service, but you're feeling, some financial pressure. And then you feel bad for the server because they're living in the same city, or in the same province or jurisdiction, feeling the financial pressure as well. So I think this study actually also speaks to the cost of living crisis across the country, Bakari.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're just going to be making some spaghetti at home. All right, CTV's Christina Tenaglia. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Bakari.